Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe, and also make sure you check out the links down below in the description about my S&P Emini weekly trade zones for support and resistance, and also my Patreon page for to follow along with my Day Trading Fearless portfolio of stocks and options. So, but as always, let's jump right into the video. This video is how to trade using a 5-minute chart with the waterfall with RSI. Okay. So on the 5-minute chart, we're going to use the RSI, and what we're going to look for is we're going to look for divergence. Okay, this is, if you guys follow my videos, one of my favorite setups, right? I love the divergence because what happens is with divergence, there's a lot of times where divergence will be a telltale signal, and it actually gives you a very low risk, high reward type of trade if you understand what you're looking for. So we're going to go over a couple of these and see if we can find a couple examples, and hopefully you can implement something like this into your own day trading. Now, this also works on the 15-minute, hourly, daily, whatever time frame you want. Just to right now, we're going to use the we're going to use a 5-minute chart. So we see we're actually in an uptrend. Now, with real quick, RSI is the relative strength index. Okay. Easiest way to think about this is it's a momentum indicator. Think of it as price moves higher, the RSI moves higher. When price rolls over, the RSI rolls over. Okay. And this is kind of buying and selling pressure, right? Now, when you see a pullback like this, you see a nice pullback, but then when you see price start to move higher, okay, like this, reverse, and start to make new highs, the RSI should be above the previous high of this RSI, right? If we just take our mouse, we could see with the crosshair, okay, we make a high, we pull back, we bounce, we make a higher high, but look at where the RSI is. So what I like to do is when I'm able to identify these, I like to draw with just a basic trend line, the RSI, the divergence, so we could see these in a visual state, right? So we see price starting to march higher, go up, 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 right? We sit here, we make a higher high above this high, but we see the RSI is really lagging, okay? That is kind of the key to it, is in real time, what happens is while this is happening, we see that lag of the RSI coming down, and so or not moving higher with price, right? There's not as much selling pressure, or sorry, in this case, buying pressure on the way up. There's not as many people buying, and that's what the RSI is telling us. So that is the first clue that we look for. We visually could see, hey, there's something going on. The second thing that we want to see is on this green candle, we see price actually made a new high. What probably happened here was price kind of came up, closed here. We opened on this candle. Okay. We probably went down below. Okay. Broke below the previous candle because we could see we're in a reverse waterfall, just pure price action, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. Price probably opened, took out the low, but and then reversed and took out the high. And I could probably, just so when you watch this over and over, you know that's more than likely what happened, because what happens is we closed right at the high, right near the highs of this candle, and we closed above here. So what happened was, okay, cool. If we broke below here first, okay, everything is correct. But then by the end of the candle, price actually made a higher high, and then we closed the very next candle, okay, kind of went sideways. It was an inside candle, traded within the range of this entire candle. And then once we see the break below here by one tick, okay, it's either 1 penny, 1 tick, depending what you're looking for, that would be your telltale sign of, hey, let me get short, because your stop would go right above these highs, right? So this is essentially what your risk reward is, right? You would, on this yellow or white candle, we see it close, the red candle opens. If we break below, we would enter the short, okay? And we know our stop would go right above this high. And look at the move that we had, right? This is actually a really big move, but even just this first 5-minute candle, you see the complete collapse of it, okay? And all the sellers come in, and probably all the buyers are like, uh-oh, we got caught on the wrong side of the trade. It's the reversal. There's divergence. Get me out of the trade. And it just intensified the selling pressure, right? So this is a trade where you would say, hey, I like the risk reward. Maybe you look for a 1-to-1 risk reward, a 1-to-2, 1-to-3. It's up to you. If price goes lower, you just maybe follow the waterfall. However you want to manage. That's always the hard part, right? Now, as we could see, price is falling here. Let's look again. Price is oversold at these levels, right? Price rallies, and then we start to pull back and we make a new low from these lows. But look at the RSI, right? If we come over here and just draw this, we could go, wow, okay, price just made a new low here. Okay, let me look to potentially get long, because look at where the RSI is. It's way up here, right? As we're making new lows, the RSI should be making new lows below here, right? But it's not. So what we want to do is look at the waterfall, high, lower high, lower high. Right here, when price breaks above, that would be your entry. Your stop would go right below these lows by 1 tick or 1 penny, okay? And then you would just look for the move higher. Now, again, maybe you look for 1-for-1 risk reward, 1-for-2, 1-for-3. It's up to you. But look at what happens. So price kind of has a nice bounce, kind of chops around for a little bit, goes up. Look at this. And maybe you're like, hey, I want more. I think it's going to retest this high. Well, if you look, price reverses, turns around and goes all the way back up, but your stop never actually got hit, because the low of this candle was 41.94 1/4. The low of these candles, 41.94 1/4. Your stop would have been at 41.94 even. So your price actually never got touched. Your stop loss, right? So here's your entry, and you would have been able to catch a nice massive runner, right? Now, one of the problems with this is where do you take profits? Look, if you see a big spike up here right there, like this, okay, you bought here, okay, maybe you're looking for 2-to-1, 3-to-1 risk reward. You have it right there. I would probably already have been out of this trade on this spike move higher right here. And maybe there was a news event, something going on for those big down candle, big up candle. But hopefully that helps you. Another really good trade that you could do is using Nadex, right? There's a link down below in the description for Nadex if you want to check out Nadex and get a demo account, sign up. But here's what's great about Nadex is you could give yourself maybe a couple hours to take this trade, where when we're down here and just say, hey, I see the divergence, I see the break of the waterfall, let me get long and at the money or out of the money Nadex, looking for the big move, right? And maybe you risk $30 and then you get this big move, that $30 is now worth 70 or 80. Now, that's a 1.5, but the most you could lose is $30. So check out Nadex if you want to learn more, or my other videos I have on Nadex. But this is where you kind of, okay, hey, if price goes lower, I still know what my defined risk is and all that. So, but this is a video on how to trade RSI with divergence. I hope that you guys can implement this in your own trading. I hope this video has brought you guys value. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.